left for do them bad things, then we they feel a more alone. I know you. Oh, yeah. 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 And if we hurt you, we sorry. We know me bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We know me bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before. Yeah. I'm gonna push her and on the hard oh, we are don't come back to forgot of us things where they happen. Now we on sweet jazz alone. I know you. Whoa, let we left for do them bad things, then we they feel a more alone. I know you. Whoa, yeah. 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 And if we hurt you, we sorry. We know me bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We know me bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before. We just want to make we a go before.
In the first instance, Amara Kabara inspired me that when I search for the truth, God sent Amara Kabara to deliver a message to me. And if you watch, Amara Kabara, a unique person, one Saturday morning, I didn't have the office at about 1 Short Street. At about 8 o'clock, now I see this man here, he did dreadlocks. They wear something like light brown coat with camp
Now say enough is enough about this talking. Let we will get, I would say, an extraordinary interest in seeing the removal of Maada bill. Let we let for talk now. Let we do what we get for do. Because it seems as if
hello, we good family members. Them inside this one big university where we all be sit down and decide for call we are. Well, we don't come back as we always tell you. I say we there for talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we always tell you. I say since we caretaker, IMP, bio, fly, we know they bring nothing at the country, only sufferness and destruction. From where you come at the picture, family members them now there you find out say Yuki and Dabaru don't pass mark na the country. And if you meet an album, Musa bin get fine pictures them where Englishman call photos. Since what they can put you on top of that album there, you find out say in your own picture don't come black all the good pictures them where they inside the album. Because of that one day, we tell una say we will continue for the way they do. We know they sit down, we know they rest. Anyone whether they try for either we they try, we all try and could put them there for me could bring them on top of the table so we all they come discuss. And as well, they bring people them where they come help we and do some of them job here we don't promise you now. But you get a small job for do, we now for share this program. If you already done there as a family member, continue for share again. If you there for course we for condemn what they do, share. So you company back with the condemn we and course we let them say fiery what you they do. And just manage for subscribe and join we in the family would because that one day they make you not able to miss program. If even you want for share so you company with the course we that one they go make themselves they able anytime where we put program themselves they able for see what you put so they get more strength for course we. For you on there inside the family house, hit the like button for we. Una all relax and see what's in the inside the basket again this night for una.
It's plenty things and they unveil themselves inside the country. We see the expert and wait for see waiting then thing and they happen. I just get something we not get to do the program today. But maybe we can go into the another day. You see certain things and we can talk say some people the way they come and accuse other people and then same one don't sell certain people them. We don't see that talker. Tell me brother one day now so. Some people and when they don't go do something secret and they begin call other people say, hey, now we been get that money for this, hey, now we been do this for this, now we been do this for this. Some of now they can make beaucoup talk now so yeah, we not give you chance for begin Allah one day. Yeah, so now I make way at the way would they tell you for mass una break then full. Yeah, because this time we know they look behind, we know they look before. Yeah, we do make sure so we go so one for go. We not care about APC, we not care about SLPP. We do care about how the people them go able forget waiting and one forget. Yeah, so anybody try anybody without repeater me, una go safulo, how they go solo, go so saful. Yeah, so we did now we all lane, una save them now on our lane. All man go you go. Safulo. If you feel say you want for listen to it today, listen to it. If you don't want for listen to it, how for do. How for do, they tell you bye-bye, okay? So do ya, let we go, how will they go so? This now we had on YouTube and on Facebook. We're not going to go here, we're not going to go Boku Talk Safe. You already don't see something, we very much interesting. We get somebody now the platform this net. We, that one day we can write something that I can watch me say for smile. You know, because he write today, he go say, this is like an idea. When you write today, we say, hey, it's not to your idea. When you look at today, so now that kind of person where they put them out is young. You know, the watch face self. I say better so they put them. So and a young man, now make we say, okay, you don't tell the papi then they kaya papi the pado. So look how the young man is now. Let me see where the thing they get. Something and then people here, like we no more. They don't care about who that you be. They don't care whose part where you belong. They don't care nothing. When them put if you want to get bought to their business. Yeah. When them put under back today, they end up we don't go bought say now they come back. Hey, you did well. You do well. That's right. You do well. So it get for be so today. Today get for be like ORS.
So we mean say the two popular political party and supporters them they are all the same.
Okay, we don't studio tell you this today. Just watch no more. Where we be in the camp, we say 90% of what make we form this particular platform. Now for make sure say we correct things the way the government they do. thing the way they no one follow will talk about that. And 10%, they're not being the about that 10% they so man not be the this again.
No.
We said
They skip
10%
'em.
now about the opposition and any other business.
Now we the opposition.
So
Some
but
man
all,
they run, some man they cause.
all wetin them they focus on now the 90% when are the government of the day because now they handle with affairs. So they all hey yeah una they do well una try una thank you una they do good work yeah.
We are.
And then when we take the 10% we been keep and when we turn and bien we see them on the way we get again.
We not even use the 10% all itself. You know? Now just small we take.
You know say cow and red they not get that thing. We will turn cow party now begin bot and say hey then they don't change them cause.
Salone sweets. Madam don't begin pay we instant.
Okay, so the bottom line now, APC, SLPP supporter then are the same.
Oh, but of course, see.
Today, where they elect person, they know what they go near and today, they know what care what happen. All what they do na good thing. But when they turn say they not like you do good stuff na bad.
Of course.
And the system now will be not but not today you
No, you know, I SLPP, the party and supporters them not just the same. APC, the party and the supporters not just the same. So not just let nobody not wasting time for kill yourself for any political party.
But
Them are the
Bible,
same. The
not
supporters
to
are
go
the same.
far. We family members and self within here. So they all can don't say, hey, you know, they do hello. Where they can ready for we. It's all they not sabi we.
Please, I'm almost good friend with all us.
Ah well, so such is life. So we move. Okay, so inside the program today, let me introduce another ORS.
Yeah, for drink,
Yeah, so
sugar and salt. You
this
know those
one-
all smack.
this one a political analyst, a journalist, post in this weekend newspaper, and he done do several things them in your writing for make sure say things them go on how. Aha,
so
they
push
tell you
for go.
things they go on. Sorry, anytime put me I on a news. Hey God, Salone country. All right, so he don't make sure say he write things them for call attention to certain information them. And not good to do in writing or in style just like we, but it gets the way how it doing you. So inside the program this net, for long time I don't follow this person in writing. His name na Ibrahim Soyi Dumbuya. Ibrahim Soyi Dumbuya for the first time they join we inside we had for let we come sit down and talk about different things then. Koto, Kushebo.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for getting me, and good evening to the viewers and listeners. I'm happy to be here anyway, and thank you for the good work that we
Inside-
they do. We follow now.
Thank you. Inside this program, yeah, bro, you get forget thick skin, you know, for take waiting people in the can with. So I hope you don't put you can down on top.
Well, I can always ready. That's me believe. Me like you say, waiting until man where you gonna push or do you until you gone for always cock. Cause you know side animal in the come out. Sometimes you don't put your face so sometimes from the back the animal they come out. So you gone for always cock. So I cock and ready.
I love that. Okay, so let me start with this, and I go inside. The last thing we see, we actually make give you a call for say, dear Kamba, let we can talk something, yeah, because it go fine for let we throw light on several things. And I go tell Salone people them say bottom line waiting we can talk about today inside the program, but confirm now waiting it don't post now in platform. Now in Twitter handle. So let me go quickly and begin look at this first one. Now him we use for make the title of the program. I don't see him already. So I will read this you post. You say the downfall of democracy under President Bio. Sorry, I take that again. The downfall of democracy under President Bio's rule is strongly occasioned by fake opposition parties. You continue for say, despite having multiple opposition parties, only the APC party stands against electoral fraud, bad governance, and economic hardship. Sad. You tag EU, na Salone, you tag the US Embassy in Africa. So, what's the idea behind this you tweet?
Yeah, well, basically the idea behind the tweet is for sending information that let people get the awareness and see Salone is not limited to only two political parties, which is the APC and the SNPP. And secondly, Sierra Leone spread across multiple and several political parties who we feel say now therefore be the anchor for sustained democracy in Sierra Leone. Remember, democracy already the a death system of usai it only is sustained by oxygen of the ordinary people. So basically, quite over the years, we don't see and we don't follow since the inception of the president's bio government, which is the 2018 when they came in. You know, several things them happen. We are link them towards regional factors of the downfall of democracy. Who are the people that were responsible for the downfall of democracy? Because issues then we some not take they not they resolve it, and some they really deboiled where they already don't destroy the very foundation of the democracy. You know, a couple of them issues there, like where I put them into factors. One, look at the removal of parliamentarians then during the first tenure of President Bio. Where me, as I have an organization as the executive director of the League of Democracy Advocates, something where we commence so many dialogue around what we describe as illegal, in other sense, unlawful removal of parliamentarians. We only see Aden mandate was only APC. Now then talk. You have other parliamentarians there. You know, you have other political parties. They're not able for talk. You know, and not to APC no more be that parliament. So other political parties and self-building parliament, like the likes of the NGC, the likes of the C4C, they not even raise voice and say, but they want our colleagues them. Why they unlawfully remove them? I think it was only one person who, at the end of the day, he shoots himself in the leg with Dr. Kade Yulkela. We right now we say don't shoot himself in the leg. I make a single statement. But at the end of the day, we don't see because such a single statement was a statement that he criticized the very government. So now we look at also the removal of the Auditor General. No other political parties, they don't talk about that. Only the APC. And then come out and say, no, this removal of the Auditor General is unprocedural, is unlawful, and it has some political undertone. From there we go to the muzzle, where the muzzle, the Fiton City Council mayor, how the muzzle the administration. No other political party, they're not only the APC that stands in that direction to say no, or allow the mayor to quit. I don't know. Then we come again to what we call the partial establishment of the COI. All the political parties that are registered political parties, they never objected about the establishment, the unlawfulness, the unprocedural, and the witch hunting of the COI. Only the APC that is and talk and actually criticize the very fabric of the establishment of the COI. Come the random arrest don't they happen? Arrest of opposition members, arrest of activists, arrest of journalists, them. Only you can see voices from the APC that they speak. So that they all put together, I said, come on. Why is it that all this time when things that they happen are only the APC they talk? What about the other political parties where they are well registered, established? When EU go give money to elect political parties, then they get their own share of the cake. If any other international organization they give money for political participation and competition, then people are eligible to get part of that cake. But when it comes to stand for what is right, they are nowhere to be seen. So that is why I say, well, then all political parties, they are fake. The C4C, the fake political party. The NGC, the fake. The CUP, the NUP, the PLP, all of these political parties, the NDA, just call them the UDM, all them political parties, they are fake. Why they are fake? They are fake in the practical reality that the very essence of why they are established to speak for democracy, to speak in a voice way that they can be seen that they are eligible, one, they have the integrity, and two, they have the ability to represent the people of Syria. But nothing against there they are. All you can hear is only APC, SLPP. When SLPP do a lot of things against APC, you can hear the APC. But the shocking reality is this. When the APC was in power under the Anes Baiko Omar's regime, most of them political parties, they didn't get voice. Especially when we reach crucial time to elections. They didn't get voice, they didn't speak. So why is it now, this material time, they don't come out for let them hear their voice? You can speak from wherever you be. It don't mean say pass you Salone. Most of them want to win at the political heads them, where they become as political as flag bearers of the party them. So but then they're diaspora. So you can speak. A lot of people speak from diaspora. You get executive. So if you never speak, you get your secretary general, or you want to tell me say now a crumble administration you get. He only established on the basis just for can eat by the international communities the money they will give. This is unfair to democracy. And this is not what democracy stands for. Because there are a lot of issues where they go on, where we expect them to come.
So the democracy where we talk about, it not only stop to political parties. We get, like we Salone people, we get people that where we always be not the look up to, where we don't the look see, then for the help we, for the, for the talk for we, for the be the voice. We always don't use to that word, unana the voice of the people, unana the voice of the voiceless. For example, the media, who say you belong? The civil society or activism, who say you also belong. If you say, political party, then are fake and are they responsible for the downfall of democracy inside the country. What do you go say about the media? What do you go say about the civil society, the world of activism?
In a factual sense, I can tell you 98% of the media has been compromised and been co-opted on the basis of political participation, political relationship, and for other personal and selfish interests or reason. That I can tell you. 98% of the civil society world has been compromised and co-opted on the basis of political relationship, personal interest, on the basis of connectivity or whatever, as you may call it. That I can agree. But when we talk about the composition of actually fighting for democracy, dealing with enlightenment, raising the awareness of democracy, doing checks and balances of any existing government, how you will check them for accountability, for transparency, and for issues of corruption. Yes, in only limited to political parties. But when we talk about the magnitude for distribute blame, the huge and bulk percentage goes to political parties. Because it behoves them with a very sensitive position. The media, the media should be termed and be seen as independent institution, where for probably be the voice of the masses. And also civil society. Yes, of course, I've been there about for which that, but since you asked me, I can still talk about that. Cross-section of the media, of course, don't be compromised. Cross-section of the civil society don't be compromised. I can give you, for instance, let us take about they come to Sludge, I give what they come to Sludge, take them to the Salone Association, and they come to social unions, they're talking about the drivers union, the traders, all of these components and ingredients when it comes to the activism world. You know the way we talk about activism because then self get the young people they represent and advocate for. Let me start with Salone Bar Association. The last time I realized and know say the Salone Bar Association stands for the truth was under the presidency of this lady way
Basita Michael.
Pastor Michael. That was the last and very time where I see that the Sierra Leone Bar Association was independent, at least in practicing activism and advocacy for like 80% under Basita Michael. She did very well. After Basita Michael, under Michael Aswalo, nothing falls short of political practice of the Bar Association. They're not, during the presidency of Michael Aswalo, there was nothing like what we call independent advocacy. There was nothing of what we call the fight for social justice. Everything we saw was complimenting government, even when governments do bad or government they do wrongs in certain things. You know, all them things that they will see. We not read the voice when they take on the Auditor General report. What was the independent position of Sludge? I mean, of the Bar Association. The only institution that can agree say, okay, take an independent position, maybe is the Sludge. But I come again to Sludge, they won't, decide and say 4 shots.
So, because I listen to you, fine, man.
Yes, so you see, so I mean, that was the only time. Now, let's come to the drivers' union.
Before you go to the drivers' union, let me done with Sludge. Yeah, you talk something, and I agree with you partially. You know, because I can remember the time where Michael Aswalo, you know, among Ahmed Said Nasrallah team up in front of Maada Biona State House, they address issue of national concern just in 2022 or 20 yes, when we get the August 10 saga. You know, they speak truth to power. When I say them, I mean Sludge. Yeah, speak truth to power right at that particular place. Whereas you get, you know, the Bar Association, Michaela, when been at the other hand. But we see the result of what Michaela be they do. Yeah, as we talk so right now, it belongs to the government, proper one. In fact, it married to the government. That's not personal but public as well. Then let me go into the bad part, the shortfall of Sludge. I want for your analysis on that.
Well, yes, Sludge actually over the past years, they say under the leadership of Nasrallah, don't they do their own well, but they are side and way they keep on short. They know me, of course, Nasrallah, you know, say me that somebody way I not can compromise because if you go through even the tweets, they see what to blast for Sludge, you know, because so many things in the way you don't see Sludge don't become silent super. Where them for always issues of. You understand? Now, the issues of the election fraud. What was the specific and enviable position we Sludge took? They took no specific and enviable position. You cannot play diplomacy where there is injustice. Also, you know, say evidence of injustice don't take place. Evidence of malpractices don't take place. You hit the nail on the head. You don't come with diplomacy. You understand what I mean? Now, when it comes to during the tenure of Laratino Pierce, when Laratino Pierce will actually do a report on the basis of auditing institutions and corruption or whatever, what should have been specific and quote again, sincere and genuine position of Sludge. Sludge, and that is their responsibility. It is not only to maintain the individual that has been removed, but also to maintain the institution. You have the right to protect, you have the right to advocate, so that the institution can be secure. It is not only when they don't remove Pierce, you will come back and talk, say, no, well, once you made a removal, or what's not the issue. When they actually fight Pierce, Sludge never take position. Sludge never take position. That is unfair, okay, to the general populace and to democracy. Amongst other gains, where Sludge don't actually achieve. I can agree with you when they arrest journalists, them Sludge can always be there in full attendance. I can agree with you, Sludge don't advocate for the freedom of expression, of freedom of speech, even when it comes to media practices and even non-media practitioners. Sludge don't advocate, they don't achieve a lot of things that I can agree with you when it comes to media reforms. Sludge don't achieve when it comes to structure, because the Sludge don't have a well structured, like how it's structured nowadays under Nazgala, that's I can agree. But in execution of responsibilities when it comes to advocacy is key in this thing. What's in the advocacy exactly where we feel say the Sludge don't do when it comes to human rights violations? We had the August 10. They kill people in Atumbu. They kill people in Amakeli. There was a prison break at some point in time. Even not this one first time. What was the position of Sludge? All of these things, Sludge falls short.
Okay, so in as much as they fall short, they get something that like you don't always highlight. But then we come into the protection of the membership, for example. Yeah, then you talk about diplomacy. Sludge can be very more diplomatic in taking action, in protecting protect the your membership. I take for example, and I love that big example, the issue of Amadou Lamaraba, the issue of Thomas Dixon, the press release where Sludge pull. They're not able to tell Salone people them who side and commits that offense day. For example, you get your paper now, if you write something against somebody, then they come straight say, Ibrahim Soi from so paper, right? That's for sure. Well, that's the person B. But Sludge not do in a very serious issue like that, they fail for identify the page. And when you look down into the page, when I get the page, now the president in page. So going forward, apart from that, recently the same president, you post something like that one day where you say this video indicates that at President B, Instagram, there you say and at Sierra Leone government are consistently suppressing freedom of speech. It further exposes the deceit behind the town hall meeting. So everybody knows exactly what I'm talk about. The issue of that lady where come out now the public and talk about certain things them, and then we see say then threatening Nahama and other things them. So what will happen at the end of the day? A particular journalist from SLBC post this thing again and he handle. When he post them, then decide for Sakam. I don't know if you are aware of that.
Yes, sir, we are.
So now, all man they play diplomacy in terms of who that for take action. They begin to accuse this. So what thing they do now, the SLBC want for do something because this the blunt of the thing, the finger now they point at the minister, then they point at the president for the setup meeting and for the way how they address that lady. You see I'm already. So what thing they do now, SLBC, after they don't sack that lady for where he post that pictures, they don't come and lie now, say the lady not being there on contract, I mean just like any other person where they do public, and the lady gets, letter for show the contract within game. So what thing they try for do now, for make all man attention will come to SLBC, say SLBC don't lie, SLBC don't lie, SLBC don't lie. And then we forget about the bigger picture when the minister will attack the lady and the president as well, the way we address the lady. So what do you think about freedom of expression in this case? And how Sludge they use then things they also for protect the membership, taking into consideration this lady what they talk about?
Well, protection of freedom of speech, not for only limited to membership is Sludge. That is sometimes Sludge can get wrong. You see, when we talk about freedom of speech, it gets for the cut across, especially when the person make a reasonable statement, we don't fall short of defamation, libel, or we don't fall short of incitement or whatever. But it is within the democratic tenet itself who they describe, say this is not freedom of speech, and the person get right for saying. Sludge, they fall short in that. Like the issue happened with that lady at the town hall meeting. It was a town hall meeting with a call. And it was mandated, Sludge says, Sludge, even if he, no assume say, in the Sludge mandate or constitution, but This will be an opportunity now for them to make it. You can come out. You have the right to come out and condemn, because it is an issue of freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Not so because the lady not a journalist, or not so because the lady not belong to the membership of SLAJ, but just because the statement of the lady fall within a reasonable statement, not to incitement, not to libel, not to defamation, but like reasonable questions and statements as to economic hardship national. So it's beyond SLAJ for come out and say and condemn the act. Say such an attitude, because remember, the Minister of Information, whenever you are a Minister of Information, you are always in partnership with SLAJ. So now the Ministry of Information that then conduct this town hall meeting for the president. So it has to do a media thing. The fact that it has to do a media thing, then SLAJ itself will probably come up and talk, say, why this, or why we not do this, or why we not, or why this happen, why this happen. Like, we don't condemn that another one. Let's come to SLB. To be honest with you, Sierra Leone, we are living in a state captured. SLBC, now one of the institutions where they within and they practice the state capturedness of the media and the undemocratic practices of journalism. I can give you the then DG, which is we don't go now the IMC as the chairman, who are a series of complaints and we don't they happen. We staff them within, then we don't come out and voice. Or we don't see some of them say they are unlawfully dismissed. Let's go to Beckley and all the one they do. Let's go to Rose Konima Stevens, they wouldn't be always their voice of things that when they happen when they be work na the SLBC. Okay? These are very serious and grave issues. Then we come back to this lady. I mean, come on. The lady they're doing work, it fall within a duty as a journalist. And journalist is to raise their awareness, raising concern, disseminate information, especially information where fall within the rule and due process of media practices. Then go, then sack them because of that. That tells you that SLBC is an operative institution of the government when it comes to Muslim freedom of expression, Muslim media practices, and when it comes to disseminating false and fabricated issues of what probably the government may have not achieved, but bringing it that the government has achieved this and achieved that. So SLBC are the main institutions where the government they use now, even for send information to them. We know when are false information to them as to policies where governments don't make, where they don't ever achieve. SLBC will come and tell you the contrary of what they never achieve. I mean, these are all things that we have to see and consider and know that it cannot be connected to pure practices and it cannot be connected to a democratic practice. But these are issues that are disconnected from the reality of the day, and SLBC associated, and SLBC is an element to exhibit state capturedness in Sierra Leone. So that is common, because I don't see any need for letting the lady practice and work as a journalist. They post a video like that one day, then una go sack for that day. Then at the end of the day, I can't talk to you, not make contract. I have all those information. The lady gets an eligible contract with SLBC with a well-established contract. So why at the end of the day now the can't talk to you again? Just because of the post something against, and SLBC must be seen as an independent media institution for all, not for one political party or for just the government of it. No, but be seen for all. We have seen where, when it comes to distribution of hours in practices of political parties raising their own awareness, SLBC will always be partial. SLBC will always be biased. If they will give the opposition political parties their time, probably for the entire 2 or 3 months, it's only 2 hours. But then when it comes to governments, they will always, every now and then, you will see government representatives go to SLBC. But Funnily, even some of the programs that the SLBC is actually conducting, it's unfair to the very practices of journalism. You dey call somebody who can discuss issues where they deal with national participation, national competition, where they deal with economic development or defect. But you only they call government representative. But you know they call somebody where will come for give a contrary view. But you will say only government. No. When you call government representative, it's also for call opposition, or you call independent civil society, not civil society, the one that surrogate of the government, independent civil society or independent journalists come and give their own contrary views as to waiting government they can tell the people themselves that this they not achieve. Waiting una gets. Now to say they don't achieve them here, or is it a challenges and they, or you feel say government will do more, or if you say government do less, all is that. But if you only bring government spokesperson, there are times they can even get government spokesperson, get party spokesperson. Imagine government spokesperson, party spokesperson, they go sit down at the podium. Then talk about government issues. Nobody knows they give contrary views. And remember, the definition of the Sierra Leone population is gullibility. Very gullible. When the message go out there, it don't begin to sink to people and we don't even get understanding and we just believe. But when you bring somebody independently who can give views, or you bring opposition, then it becomes, diverse, and it becomes comfortable.
All
and
right.
People
You know, me brother, I just angry they listen to you. Of course, me brother, we don't introduce you already. Say you not somebody way unpredictable. When you talk for this side, then go think say na day you day. When you hit the other side, then go think say na day you day. And this issue where you the address so na a very important issue where na this SLBC issue, because by the name SLBC is supposed to be an independent radio wey not for back no political party, because they for stand like say any party wey come na power then need for just deal with the people. But in this case, to wait you they analyze so SLBC, we all don't they see them work them. At a time maybe brother they even provoke them now when then they introduce Maada bio. Then get away how they do, and like say the man is just special than everybody in the country. You know, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome His Excellency. They begin to call all in position the way in gets, where me not able for call as we talk now. But if SLBC they do this kind of work in the country, you they get doubts if any other radio station they do similar or do more than waiting SLBC they do so to Sierra Leoneans. You they get doubt as a journalist?
Yes, of course. You get reasonable doubts, because we already don't try for the case. I established was waiting for the normal practices because of media, whether media institutions, whether a media personality, you get for the normal practices. SLBC, well, in introducing the president and using all sorts of names, there are times me not get problem with that. Because why not get problem with that? Because to be honest with you, this not trend. There are times in local language you can call it to libele business. Because during the it's true. During the APC term, some journalists back na SLBC, they say na so they call an escobar, all sorts of libele, all landing a libele business. You understand? And libele business not for the media practices. Okay, no one is perfect. Nobody, not the way perfect. Because if you say you're perfect, it means you challenge God, because God no more perfect. But waiting will they try for say now that if you look at considerable actions the way SLBC don't take over the past years, and now you look at waiting then they do now, it tell you say, and it communicate for tell you say, SLBC don't become an element, a tool for government propagation. Propaganda, they don't become a propaganda machine for government, even for lies the way government lie. You understand? Even for things the way government not achieve it. Now SLBC go propaganda, some of them things in a falsified manner, which is not good. So for the rest of the president in the ballroom, not just leave the business, because everybody wants to climb the ladder. I can give you, Imagine a senior journalist, a senior worker at the SNBC was one time suspended unlawfully by Kapua, which is King Milan Bangua. King Milan Bangua went up to this. This is a tangible example. I was involved into the issue also, trying to see when I investigated, when the thing became clear, it was just, I don't know where some of them things they are recorded. Maybe sometimes King Milan in file gets a tribe Limba, because remember when this government came, employment form them begin come out to the tribe, but Musa Yesi tribe. Some of them will be your object, because why somebody for apply?
Yes, even the police at one point, they one begin the day.
So you see, some of we now will begin criticize that will make Atlanta package they look shame. You understand what I mean? So maybe something they call a Bangua, they don't know say this man. Sometimes Kim Mila Bangua, they don't go see tribe, they say this na Liba or this na Timi. Oh, that is why. And I can tell you something. One of the most corrupt media institutions that has been investigated, allegedly, and nothing came out of it. It was the SLBC. Imagine allegation of misappropriation under Kapua. Allegations of misappropriation, serious embezzlement of over 40 billion. Evidence at there. Imagine the anti-corruption, the type of the cancer we back say now been administrative anomalies them or irregularities. Come on, are you kidding? What?
And just after that one, they give another appointment.
Them pull and yanda, then can go na
IMC boss.
Na IMC. Okay. Which in a normal sense, we have seen where people are being investigated, they are suspended of their duty, not to carry out their duty. They did it to Lagatelo Pias. You did it to the Slaffa president, this lady, Aisha Joansi, where when you look at it, the ACC not gets any power for even say let the lady go aside first until they investigate. You have done it to so many people, setting them aside whilst you are investigating. Why would I not be set Kapua aside when I'm the investigator?
Okay, so there we go again. Let me just touch 1 minute, please. Creole Bobo on Facebook. You get rights for comment. All what you need for talk. We get rules on this platform, please. You get rights for comments, whatever comments, oppose, talk what you feel, but we not allow cost on this platform. Just a warning. If you repeat what you do again, we block you on this platform. You know they see this platform again. Comment, oppose, whosoever want for oppose, even we oppose but not cost. Please, with all due respect. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me go back here and to this auditor general they talk about. So, they don't investigate the auditor general, they don't make a recommendation. Another month don't lead on top. Nothing we know here. You know what? Waiting no you don't hear.
I think we all learn at the same position. We all shock. We still not able to understand and able to get access to the report. We still a call for let me know waiting in at the report. Waiting exactly the auditor general don't do it in deputy. We make una relieve them off their duty. Because as far as we concerned, as activists, as far as I know, now that it just mere there was allegations surrounding say probably it be the leak information, breach of confidentiality. From breach of confidentiality now we hear corruption, we hear they stay at a point to begin to see back and forth with the Auditor General and the financial secretary, Sajusu Safa. All of this. So you see, the team is just a transcend. That tells you they're not being able to get a conformed position where they will actually confront the lady with. What thing they say is, you know, they sack somebody just because he don't pull an audit report where implicates the office of the presidency. The office of the president was unable to account for some money when at $70,000, $50,000, $120,000 for something where the auditor general report also come out and say there were fake receipts we then submit to hotel. So in other words, the indictment to the office of the presidency. But this is the question. Investigating office of the presidency, is it a crime? The absolute answer is no. Not a crime. Because now the work of an auditor and an investigator for audits, any side, you don't forget boundary, say, you know, for audits now, you can audit any side. So if somebody don't audit and the report don't come out, immediately, when a particular report they come out, we begin see all sorts of things. They begin see the Mami breach of confidentiality. We begin see other hired media practitioners. They begin go after the Auditor General and the Deputy, say they were supplying information to Africanist press or they were leaking information to other journalists. Come on, come on, come on. When I say we not investigate, questions about the procedures of the tribunal were objected by seasoned legal practitioners. The lawful procedures, we come out again, come to the empanel, look at the composition of the empanel. People started to question and say, wow. I mean, there are times if we have in a charge room and a salon for particular case, saying that this we have done. The magistrate or the judge when he goes sit down on that matter, they hasn't announced the magistrate or the judge. Majority of the people that say alone will get the mind. They no one can say, this not going to be a favor judgment where they come in favor of. This is a judgment already where what you can call them. We can call them awaited pronounced judgment. It has already been taken. Just to give a due time number for say una come, una talk, guy talk, this guy, but the judgment day, they wait, let it read out. So so all of those things taken into consideration, we are worried. And when we talk about pure and liberal democracy, we talk about independent institutions like the Auditor General. We talk about like the Audit Service. We talk about independent institutions like the Salone Bar Association. We talk about independent institutions like the Salone Association of Journalists. We talk about independent institutions like what? Like even the political party registration, the PPRC. We talk about independent institutions like ECSL, the Election Commission, Salone. If all of these institutions sometimes are not actually functioning in an independent manner, that tells you our democracy has been butchered. So better words, has been slaughtered. These are the old issues. But to be honest with you, when you talk some of them things there, they will tell you, say, now only some of we can get married. Like me, many a times, now Salone, of course, the former minister of, former deputy minister of internal affairs, don't tell me say the order me arrest for immediate discussions. So me, not to something way new to me again. Now maybe we can talk about freedom of speech. We don't suffer.
So from freedom of speech, we move down to another thing. You talk something, and this somebody will say, but waiting, this na Kongosa, you go Kongosa. You left for sweep your house, you go sweep other person your house. Yeah, this now what you write on your page. You say the right to protest is described in the 1921 Constitution as an international instrument. Protest highlights unfortunate crises and situation. The Salone police must always ensure the security of protesters once their purpose is known. Yeah. So and then you get another one again where you talk about protest again, but this time around now the Nigeria and protest where you say they for make sure say they protect say Nigeria must ensure. So basically now some of the same things in this way you talk about Nigeria. So for say Nigeria and Salone, they go like the same source, or Nigeria they a bit ahead of we in terms of allowing protest.
Nigeria they far ahead of me when it comes to freedom of when it comes to human rights issues, recognition and protection of human rights. Nigeria they far ahead of me, like freedom of expression, association, assembly. I mean, over the time we don't see that in Nigeria. Despite themselves, they can get those skirmishes. But Salone at the beginning self, this. For Nigeria, you see people are allowed to converge to start their protest. And they can even go 600 kilometers on their protest. Not being shot. The only time you can see, sometimes police come for disperse them. And when police don't begin to see, some people are can join the protest. then come appear for become hoodlums. Begin go broke shop, then people are host them for thief. That's most of the time you see police will come begin they disperse them. But when you look at the majority of the videos, then from Usaden start, Usaden can converge, telling they start them possession in that peaceful manner. You can never see police they can disperse their party. Police they observe in that peaceful manner. The only time you can see now when it don't become worse, people they don't take the protest out of hands. Now you can see, but Salone, you are not even allowed to converge. Once they say protest, police don't come out for make statement. The Minister of Internal Affairs will come. Recently, you can't tell you say anybody don't engage the this or that. Come on now. I mean, Sierra Leone, the political concept of Sierra Leone is democracy. It's not authoritarianism. It's not despotism. It's not totalitarianism. Okay, the positions where people in the whole are elected positions to represent their people. So that makes it democracy. So they don't even get a start. Now, when you get a start, but Nigeria, you see a start. You see a start. We saw protests in Liberia. Usai Opo, we send the police to the street to go kill the protesters they were attacking. Salone, even if they say tomorrow protesting in Salone, they see 3 people no more, 3 people they work at their own placard, they will be arrested. When the laws of Sierra Leone give the rights of protesters them for converge, for process, because that makes them for let them communicate unfortunate situations, how they feel, waiting at the economic hardship, the right time, fuel price this, rice price this, because that is the communication and the message that the way they want to say. Sometimes protest is not only to criticize government, protest is also to inform government as to what is happening. Maybe the president they like a comfort zone, not even aware of what the way they happen because the people the way they around them, maybe they mislead them with certain information. But if you as a president, when you are able to protest, you allow people for protest, that is the time you sit at your office or you sit at home, you see what thing that the thing where people really want for you to do, what thing really they happen. That's the time you will really understand and know say most of the people around you, they are faking things, they are misleading you. You know, so that is the essence. So if you come and talk, say, no, you get what this, you get what that, you come with procedures, then what it will say, the law said not make provision for the procedures and then we come up. It establishes the intention that you are actually restricting freedom of movement, you are actually in a continuous violation of human rights.
Okay.
So sometimes when
let me read this thing for you, quick one. Yeah, we will can't open the line just so that we are waiting people and say. This other one say you tag President Bio. The good thing that you always tag him for let you see what you say. He say that Twitter, your X page, you say, and by the way, in name na Ibrahim Sori Dumboya na Twitter, Ibrahim Sori Dumboya na Twitter. If you go there, you see him in picture there with and Star TV, the show. Okay, so this now what he say. He said at President Bio, he said continue, that put and fine. President Bio continue to muzzle, democracy with state capture. Corruption keeps entrenching with ego in President Bio's government. When a leader can't avail himself for accountability and transparency, he resorts to bullying tactics. So this one, the tell for talk say, now the democracy, it don't strangulate them, it don't quiz democracy na in throat for the democracy, breathe fine one, and they do that through state capture the police, the military, the institution, them, other things them. And the same way so the tell for talk say corruption, don't they go sober one, and corruption now it a bluff. It bluff with coat and tie. It gets ego. Now it make pompous. It gets this kind of style right now where corruption they use right inside the government of President Bio. And then you continue for say it's a list in here where leader not able for open up to accountability. And for it be this kind of transparent person, the next thing for where they do for people they ask and question on certain things them now for make sure say it begin the bully the counter tactics them for the bully other things that what do you see we make you build this kind of short post.
Firstly, the manner at which the ACC don't carry out them practices for investigate corruptions and prosecute corruption. We always see selective justice in the investigation of corruption and prosecuting corruption. Firstly, let us take the office of the First Lady. Alleged corruptions which grand, I call it grand alleged corruption, grand.
Big time corruption, alleged corruption.
What did the AP, what did the ACC do? Because she's the wife of the president? I mean, that's a simple thing. When we talk about,
let's take you quick one to another video where Maada will come and say, then they say the office of the president's corruption, but it don't account for them, which of course you never account for that.
What's in the account?
He said the money where they say the first lady na clothes he take go buy him, no, na something he buy you use them, no, it don't account for and he use them and they picking them off Salone.
In fact, the statement where the president will make for defending wealth now a statement of an indictment in the opposite. You know what that means? When we talk about, when you look at the laws of corruption in Sierra Leone, if you read, you take your time, you go through the act, you read them, then you try to look at international best practices of fighting corruption. What it tells you, one green cardinal point for us in the law of corruption, one green cardinal point. Now the fact that if you're not eligible for take this money, you take it. No matter what you go do with them, that is not the question again. No matter what you go do with them, must not be the question. What is important is that you not be qualified for take this money. Why you take it? That tells you there is an intention on why you take it. If you bypass procedures for take money, it's a corruption. Forget about what you go use it for. Even if you go take care, you go build other state house or move that state house, people let people know that state house. That is not the end discussion. That is not the point. The point is you bypass for taker. And when you flout the laws, it's a corruption. Because there is an overt act. There is an intention behind flouting the law. Because if you really get intention, say, you genuinely take this money or can do genuine something, why you not follow the procedures? Why you not follow the procedures? I mean, this is a common thing. Why you not follow the procedures? That same way applies to parental in wealth. Same way applies to Kapua. If you say Kapua now administrative anomalies, then that is corruption. It means, if that means when you talk about administrative anomalies, the fact that you talk about administrative anomalies, which in our name, it means Kapua use this money. It means Kapua use this money and not follow the right procedures. That is corruption. You're supposed to prosecute them for that. You're supposed to make people tell the court, make people explain, waiting. Then let's come back again to parental wealth. If you don't say parental wealth to take this money or not fully, then you talk, say, now refund the money, and then you say parental own decision, now president will take that kind of decision. You know what that means? There is what in the law can call conspiracy. For other international team, can call it JC, Joint Criminal Enterprise. That simply means you, the ACC, you not accomplish. You said they support corruption in the first place. Because in essence is, Parani woman take money away enough for take them. And it take them corruptly. How it take them corruptly? It take them corruptly in the sense that they don't follow the procedures to become an employee. They bypass the procedure to become an employee. And evidence they established here, it was as a result of the influence of a man. So, why are you asking again for refund? Why you not prosecute them for the act itself? Let's forget about the money. Prosecute them for the act itself, then the courts they go demand now for let a refund and for let it able get a penalty. Because corruption, when somebody acts corruptly, it is not only when you allow them, when you make them for let a refund, it becomes entrenched in corruption. Because the basic foundation of the laws, that once you are a criminal, you must not be eligible for any public office. And the foundation and the fabric upon which the ACC was established, now one of the fabrics is the one, and they say people must be prosecuted for their acts, and if found wanting, then automatically are deemed to become a criminal, then are not eligible for them to actually take up government offices. So if you all talk about Param decision for then later partner, we don't see them going in the state Param. Come on, what are we saying? And this was the same Param that was criticized, and that was at some point in time, how would I put it, alleged by the deputy, the now deputy speaker. The now deputy speaker.
For same corruption.
For same corruption. And it has been proven, it cannot the limelight. People they don't see and say, waiting Honorable Talabi the talk. That's true. Waiting Honorable Geva will be the talk. But the corruption of parliament, that's true. So you don't see the thing. So why indeed in the first place? Actually prosecute the Malay court now, but you say they will. So you see, this is the style and grand corruption make us say corruption.
So all of them things that they happen under this. The thing where we take this program with, you say now democracy done the for them under Maada in regime. And this they happen because it gets the support of them fake opposition party them. When then small party where they can ask say follow support you by any trade you do, just give one bag grace. For months, like the upper press and chairperson where they on record, yes. And Prince Coca, they on record say just give you one bag grace with the sell the country give you. Yeah, that's all they need. So you don't establish her at the top. But now you get the big opposition party when at the APC. There was a time where I be there with the BBC Media Action, where SLPP been in our opposition. We ask a question, say, if the opposition they work. So that puts this question back to you. And now we turn the table to the APC. You think, say, the opposition they work right now, effective?
Well, to be honest with you, the APC at recent, they try their own, but because of this division way at the sea, this alahala, this boa, this faction, campism, don't slow the effectiveness and don't above the effectiveness of the PPC. You get few executive members they want to see they work actively or see that democracy be restored. But you get other people in back on the other side where they criticize some of them people in the just because of they get different opinions and diverse interests. But one thing I want to make you know that APC at recent as Usa Udeso, to be honest with you, APC is to be also blamed for even if we for different opinions and diverse interests. But one thing I want to make you for electoral fraud and other things the way that happened at recently. I can say APC is to be blamed, because then self at times I not understand again waiting that they think about or waiting they're supposed to do away they not even. Now come to recent issues of Dr. Samoa Kamara. Now, if Dr. Samoa Kamara is saying he won the election, Dr. Samoa Kamara is not saying it alone, because the thing is. Would I make Dr. Samoa Kamara believe he win the election? Now the APC. Because now the APC party, now they provide the evidence, let Samoa Kamara believes he win the election. Because now APC party, now them be assigning people in the polling stations for collect RRF forms. Now the APC party, now they put a structure of people in when are the responsibility that for election management. And that election management, and then come up with results and say, this is the result, Samoa Kamara, you won the election. And upon that basis, Samoa Kamara believes he won the election. But the interesting thing that is, why I always they blame the leadership, which is Samoa Kamara. Like Samoa Kamara alone, blame him, and they blame him big time, was even the executive alone. Then the executive get blamed. This is it. If I say I win election, why have a call for the wrong? Why have to negotiate my victory? If say you win election, don't negotiate your victory. Demand for the restoration of the victory. Demand for the reflection of the result. Now the government, now the SFPP and international community, now therefore call for negotiation. Not to you for call for that. Not to you for call for it. Demand say you need your victory to be restored. You catalog all the instances. My organization observed the elections. Okay, we went to move, me and other few journalists, incredible journalists, where that particular day we were all over. We saw a lot of things the way that irregularities. We saw a lot of things the way that elements of rigging elections. Now, Salone, a lot, the evidence them pile. Then you don't see that, you don't see credible international organizations don't condemn the elections and condemn the irregularities. Samoa Kama, you get that evidence. Samoa Kama, you get an evidence of the recalcitrant. Now put on, let me people understand the stubbornness way the ECSL make for pool election results for let people see from polling station, district, regional, and national. You see all the one and then elements will tell you see there was already a structure for rigging these elections. And now you team local with authentic IF form. They don't tell you, say, you win the election. Demand for your victory to be restored, not to call for rerun. So also the APC self gets it wrong, that already APC self, they also go include in that report, this tripartite report say, they are calling for rerun. They go, so it means they conspired with Samoa Kama. So you cannot blame Samoa Kama and leaving the executive. You cannot blame the executive and leaving Samoa Kama. Because then they work hand in hand as far as the election goes. So this is the point. So if you look at the thing and you go actually know the other thing why they blame the opposition at that. We in a democratic dispensation, if you are political parties are also advocates. In other words, they are activists for democracy. They are also activists for democracy. If you are advocating, say, when we go for the unity, peace agreement sign, when I go say, therefore release una members them na prison. The una members the way they exile, therefore allow them to come. Come on, but that is unfair to other independent activists and media practitioners, the way they outside, when they in self-exile now, because of the good job when they practice for hold this present government in accountable. And what about the other one that they get when they in a prison, where they have been held there, and some of them even get case where they end, but they didn't see. You understand what I mean? Why una not also call for liberalized system and say we are not only limiting it to our members, but all affected people who we are working hard to expose government, holding government to accountability. All them people and they una for make sure say them people are left and the one who exam una for make sure say they get liberty for come and do the free things. But you did not. You only limit to the people and way they na prison and una only limit to the people and way, where una no see and get membership card. I mean, this is unfair. In a democratic dispensation, it must not be limited to only partisan. It goes beyond that. Establishing a political party is on the basis of democracy, and it must not be on the basis of only partisan. When we start getting this thing wrong, then Salone, to some extent, we still affect the strength of our democracy. So you see, so APC also get things them way therefore be to Rob Motpan, where them fail for Rob Motpan and things them we still can ask, why is it that maybe we are not for Rob Motpan and things them since we matter beauty, since when these governments come to power, things them the way the APC for don't put Motpan and not be a put Motpan. But now, you don't look at only things the way they near you, so the way they distance. They're also elements of democracy.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Sori. This last side where you analyze so for make people who don't understand, hard for understand Because some of them understand and make not understand in the issue of you winning an election and then now you they call back for go sit down with the one where you win from all kind committee. You know, but again, we host Honorable Kemos Sisenaya a lot of time. Instead now this now be the point of an argument. Say them will win election, meaning Maada now then call APC for go sit down talk. But this latter part we can't understand from the same APC party say now APC now them call for this whole thing tripartite.
So we contradict with
yes. It contradicts everything with the Honorable Ibrahim Kemosi Sebi they talk. And this makes Sierra Leonean up to now they're still baffled. You know, I just like the way how you take that issue there. I don't know if people want to get anything for ask you again before we open the phone line. So but I just want to thank you for analyzing that particular area.
So just quick one before we open the phone line. We don't see beaucoup, but they don't tell we say we don't see all it for election business. And I'm pretty sure you don't see any video say Maada Beauty tell Salone people and say they get for serious per election, especially SLPP say, because not to the number where you get to make you win election. Not to the good way you do make you win election. Not to where you get Utete or whatever. You get for do extra thing. We mean say extra thing, not to necessarily mean say na the voting. You get for do things them where you for doing your own best way for make sure so you win election. So let me ask you the question for the future. Because this future, I don't care what Wahala. Future election. Okay, for the future election, you think they will get for see more than what we see 2023?
To be honest with you, this election when it comes to it will be deadly. Past this one we pass so. The 2028 election will be deadly because already the SFPP don't begin start on daily basis. Constitutional reformation, statutory reformations, including laws, them way they don't reflect democratic will. They don't reflect any democratic understanding or goodies for the country. Remember when the SFP took power, 2012, what did they begin do? They begin give the signs for sure say they are desperate for 2024 election. What they did was bulldoze full parliamentarians and parliament beats them, remove them unlawfully. Even when the law says, the electoral law says, an elected somebody, once he has been declared elected, can only be challenged and can only be undone by CSM. I hope you understand what I mean. But there we see that them pull them, flouting the laws. We come back to what we call the midterm census. Even when the EU criticize, the EU say it will not be timely. EU frown at the conduct of the midterm census. The APC disregard that. The SFP disregard that. They went ahead. They conducted the midterm census. Even MENA also not been they're not been continued. You understand? You know, come on. Arrest opposition members then. Setting up of the COI. All the one and another be indications where them they don't communicate to APC long and say this 2024 election, there was no way. You understand what I mean? Then go give APC. Not so we know because there's a difference between win and give. So then we don't tell APC say this election will take her. Take her mean no one know whether we win or not win. They have started it already again. They don't begin the start. Some of them thinks they are disrespect and disregard to a national document. We get the flavor of international community. When are this unity agreement? They not go fight to imagine, not go fight to last year election. The first document, where for them be a national honor, where for give the confidence of APC say at least next election there is going to be a free, fair, and a level playing field. This SLPP government don't already begin disregard. They don't begin to play around the documents of even releasing prisoners. They don't begin even disregard issues them when are issues of divergent recommendations. So that tells you they are moving towards something. I hope you understand. Immediately after they won the elections, win because even Mr. said the challenge say the election was not won by the SLPP because irregularities in the day. Our own concern is not about the numbers. As an organization and activist, I'm not concerned about whether APC or SLPP pull the highest number. Our concern is we saw irregularities, malpractices. And because of them things, then we question the very credibility of the result and even ECSM. We'll not go fight. We'll not go fight. They don't begin to overhaul the ECSM. They don't begin, the SLPP government don't begin. Imagine how they don't begin to assign and staff the one term into various regions. People them way probably they be a party. You understand what I mean? Party membership. We not go fight so. I want to see that no, we not go fight. They don't begin to do anything. We not go fight so. They lock up immediately after election. Then go to the extent they waiting, then detain one who secretary general of an opposition party. What in I want to tell you now that we don't care what in the happen. No one international. No go far. Maada was done at the heart of America. It criticized the American government, where now they will rely on for him, especially when it comes to the MCC. Imagine a tendency if they self the new democracy, the neighbor will solve their own democracy. Now Salone democracy they will solve. Watch them statements. Somebody gets the mind, they go to the talk. I want to look some of them things they do. Say the neighbor solve their own democracy inside America. They sit on talk that stuff. And nothing was saying that you go hide. White House we don't sit down, they don't watch that kind of thing. So that tells you the APC, if APC want to win election, not to this kind of fragmented way that they win out, because they don't even go in disunity. No, you have to come together. Okay? But that is for the APC, because me not to APC. Me not to APC. That then for APC, me not to APC, me not to SNP, me not in any political party. But the truth now that waiting we see in just after 2012 election, we don't begin to see similar thing just after this 2023 elections. So these are
early warning sign as well.
So you see,
early warning sign. Anyway, continue for the between inside the program. We'll just take a few calls them, and then we will come to you again for let you respond to the calls them where we will get inside the program. Continue for the between Inemna Ibrahim Sorry, where they between inside the program. This net for we talk about several things. Them. He say under Maada in regime democracy don't for them, and they don't for them as a result of the support where they get from them small fake political party there, the Mr. Wamba Grace and others them. So when they come back, just take a few calls them.
All right, family members, then we go straight and take the very first caller on the show. Hello, caller. You name sir. You call me from. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, I call from Wiyad family. Thank you so much, Baibure. Thank you, Sengepe. Thank you, Ibrahim Sori. You know, this, like what Ibrahim Sori they say, this don't just spell out, this don't write out. So say, any kind way APC no go able stand SLPP. In a sense, they don't put all the ideologies where they go take back for manipulate, for make the crook back and take the election back now the people had. So this now we
All right, we go back and take another call. You come back and join me, caller.
Hello.
You welcome on the show. Your name and side you call you from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry, straight up. What do you think about how AYV they do the PR system for government? I think say that they clear how then they operate. We know now operating from the State House communication. And how they themselves also not only SLBC, how them they defend and relate and send contrary message to news them way now on two and use them way they know the past states. Secondly, what do you think about Umar Fofana we now part of the anti-corruption board member anti-corruption also in Uman the Wokri? I feel like if you go able disseminate news way for B2 and a democratic way I think one side of the pool, I mean, the opposition not go feel like he's not saying the right thing or he's not saying the truth for the people. I feel like short people and Andy we don't affiliate themselves. Because tell me, if you are getting money from the people taxpayers' money as board member from the anti-corruption and your wife is working there, how you go able to manage for give the world a better news way? I think say it could be two a news way go able to help me and you for understand how things they go in a salon. And last one I say, what do you think are the best way we for able get bad politician of this country? Quick one, Bible.
Thank you. God
Me think
bless you, my
say
brother.
let we set a way where somebody fall short, for instance, a parent, then from right and off, for all
Thank
public
you.
office,
God bless
say
you,
die,
sir.
except to do personal business. I think.
Hello, caller. You name Menusa. You they call me from.
Hello.
Welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes. Oh Lord. Yes. I call from California.
Go ahead.
First of all, I have to thank the gentleman where he came in here. He threw some lights into some of these things that we unfold during. In fact, he educated some of we for able to. Hello.
You did live.
Yes.
You did live.
Okay. So I'm glad that he will educate some of we for see how APC blunder and how the government take advantage and would I call for reconciliation, especially when you're winning. But my question now to Ram, with all this being said, as a civil society person, waiting in do, not to say collectively, whose kind move he make for put the others together and fight against wherever it is.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. You name Menusa. You call me from. Welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello. Hello.
You did live on Weird.
Hello.
You did live on Weird, caller.
Okay, wonderful. Good. I just want to make ask Mr. Abraham Sorry a question. Because when he talks about democracy in Sierra Leone, I would like to make it clarify the situation for all Sierra Leoneans. Because as we are looking into the APC that we don't need, we're looking into the SLPP that we don't need, what are the clear criteria to set up a credible political party in Sierra Leone that will have people of integrity and the mindset that we're looking for? It's not actually saying these things. We don't want APC, we don't want SLPP, but we want a credible party. And how can we form that? That will meet all the conditionalities of the PPIC. Okay, that is one. The other thing that I just want to bring and buttress what he's already said is the understanding that the APC, the SLPP doesn't want any protest. And the reason why the Muslim people who are coming out with protest is because they don't have solutions to the problems the people will come up with. Because if you have solutions to the problems, you will allow them to protest because you know you will address their problems. Or because you cannot address their problems, so from the beginning you just shut them down. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear anything that you want to bring up here. So that is why they are actually muzzling the voice of the people.
All right.
Not to come out and protest. Simple.
Thank you.
Because if the people comes out and protest, they cannot resolve it. It creates more problem for the government.
Thank you, caller. God bless you.
So,
hello, caller. You name Menusa. You call me from. Welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes, how can you do?
We tell Allah, thank you. How yourself?
God, thank you. So this one, I can hear some of you produce the way to do this. But we are disappointed by the civil society, the way they are. I mean, we don't put the all say an evil society. I mean, something like this way they happen inside the country. They are not say whether you read the election, the thief the election to even read. It make up in your story. From what you fashion that lady in constituency, Gary Davis. It take them like and by force. Already he wants to drum and he don't remember like oh I just tell him. He don't talk say for win elections, you don't need the Boku people. They don't need majority votes. Now, but how you able for do them? And now, if you feel saying that power, you get the army now inside. You can do anything, bulldoze and take. Now, you make even if right now, if you say if you continue for do what you man they do, if you take the next time. So waiting Salonians for do at this point where who not the civil servant today or civil society there, don't disappoint them, don't let them down so badly. What did people for do? Because for APC that are not able to fix. They're not able to do nothing. They're just there with their corruption. All man they fight for whatever. Nobody no. How the country they go? Whether be on a thief, you don't thief before, you never back to the thief again, and now they encourage everybody for thief and she didn't lane. What did people that for do? Without you, they go to the dots.
God bless you.
Waiting for do. That's my guess.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, continue for call and take part on the program. Hello, caller. Your name and sir, you they call me from. Welcome on the show. Get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, hello, now good evening. How
are you, my brother?
Yeah, fine. You see that talk good, that man they talk so. Now reality. You see this past election, so I go me party name Jakima. Now in tell me say, you say they go in a line for vote. Then call results on this past election. Now you don't tell me back say they be do mistake. This election will pass, so they don't get result. The other who they cancel now, the results get for the who they get for challenge APC. Who they don't make them, they say now they win. If APC make any kind win, that result they get for tell them now say, then they win. And now they don't test the international community. They don't get no way for tell them what they for do. Then now they get their country. So what they want to do, they not to international, they control them. Then they back all they on plan now. Say the other coming election. They go don't make the results. What they call now they win. Now that is what they go use for challenge. So they don't on the planning. Right now what they tell you so. See the other coming election, you get for worse than this whole pass. So this is why they tell you so. Namakam. That's what the man been telling me 2022 say. Then go then at the line, then call the election, say they don't win. So now you don't tell me back the same thing, say that they make their results next coming election and then get for use for win back.
All right.
So now that's information I get.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Hello, caller. Your name Enusa, you they call me from. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello. They call from Weird Family. But I thank you for a good job on you do.
God bless you.
What I want to say, what I want to say, APC, let them just forget about power in other country, to be honest. Maada Bio, it take over, all over. Even if they end up not continue another time, even they left, they get to win the election. APC don't lose the plot, to be honest. APC don't lose the plot, let them forget about power and APC, the next election, they need a winner. Trust me. Maada don't put them all side one thing, to be honest. From Samura, take Kandong, they don't really put all side one thing. Anybody who thinks APC going to win the election and they dream, to be honest. You know, you don't put everybody under the APC. You don't put them outside for put them. Simple. Everybody shake hand like the lock out. APC don't love track, big time. So if anybody support APC to for win, then the dream APC not the win no election the next time, to be honest. You know, what is the best solution with their advice? Let them form new party. Somebody will just call 2 calls back. Let them form people out. Integrity will go form party. We will try for 10 days country, to be honest. But if we have by APC, forget APC don't lose track, my brother. I'm no contribution on that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, caller. Your name and sir, you they call me from. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, I call from Riyadh.
Go ahead and make a point.
What do we do now? Until then, they know, then they say they want how the civil society they watch how the people they suffer in the country. They not get mind to nap. Nobody not get mind show face say Latin nap for this country. Neither the opposition back not get mind to nap say Latin nap for the masses them. So the people back we all lost down how they look. Where the time reach for need we. For Nidwibembe, nobody need to register, nobody need to vote. So all man just nine corner, all man they watch now. If you know they say self decision, now let the rule themselves no more now. So now that now we take now right now.
All right, so they take 5 more calls and we come back to a brother for response to some of our concerns them. We'll take 5 more calls. Yeah, we'll take 5 more calls. We'll come back to Ibrahim Suri for response to our calls them. Hello, caller. You're welcome on the show. Your name and side you're calling from. Hello, caller.
Hello?
You're live on Weird. Your name and side you're calling from.
Being a concerned citizen, I call from Weird.
All right, go ahead and make it.
The man, into all serious notes, this way they happen, so everybody they talk. So not to new thing as Salone. Of course, we know how Maada can have power 2018, I can have power 2022. So this now we just recap of all the things that happen. We just the recap. What I believe still we for do for safe democracy in a Salone. We need for find somebody who we trust among we Sierra Leone and them. Who they build a party, who they contribute for that person they for stand. Now who they contribute, who they swear our money before ever they put them for you. Who they swear anybody will carry inside it, that's where they catch you. Because Maada they will not sabi how them do get their own money safe. APC, all the money they only they can't cap, will not sabi how they do get themselves. As so where money there. So if we find we own money where we don't say this na legal money, now we put for politics, you can't follow, you can't be now who they swear before ever you take power. Thank you very much. Now the only way this one feels for able to scale this country. Without that, they never na riffraff they count power. This today, tomorrow, that day, all things just go beyond us. I can say. Thank you very much.
God bless you. We'll take 4 more calls and come back to Ibrahim Suri. 4 more calls, family members then. We'll come back to Ibrahim Suri. Quick one, make a response to some of our concern, and then we'll wrap up the program. Continue for call and take part on the show. This now we are do they bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you know hit the like button, it consider for do that. And don't forget for share the program. You will do it we and Yusuf we just there for oppose and cause we just share the program for reach more people and we they come and oppose and cause. We'll take 4 more calls. Hello caller, you name and the side you call it from. Welcome on the show, get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Concern Salone had to call from the US.
Go ahead, sir.
You know, when people and they call and they measure APC as the opposition, you know, I don't understand. You know, APC not to the opposition of that country. APC, they don't join SLPC. You know, they don't join the power. So we don't get any opposition. The opposition are with the people, and more especially the one already in the diaspora, and they no more get voice right now. You know, the only people that always ever fight for that country, they are the citizens, and therefore stand up, let you know the politicians they not get peace in that country. You know, let them not get peace in the country. And the only way that they will take the people of Sierra Leone serious. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you, my brother. Take 3 more calls. Hello, caller. Your name and side you calling from. Welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Weird. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my sister.
So this election in London, all in London.
From the opposition and waiting they go on, it look like she all in London. All right, we did take 2 more calls and round up the show. 2 more calls, family members them. 2 more calls. Please, we know they take direct call. You call on WhatsApp, direct call. They make the phone. They do some things the way you know. Okay, please, they malfunction. Please, we know they take direct call, only WhatsApp call. We'll take 2 more calls and come back to Ibrahim Suri. Quick one, make we round up the show. This now we are do they bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly way they happen at the country. Hello, caller. You welcome on the show. You name and side you call it from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello.
You did live on Weird.
Yeah, I did call for US brother then.
Go ahead and make your points and reduce the volume of your sets, please.
All right. Nadia, please say. You hear me now?
Loud and clear.
All right. I dey come from US. I like on a program. You understand?
Thank you.
Uh, now this me they say for less Salone move before. Me na South Akomogo. Me I no care about Timini. I no care about Lofo. I no care about Soso. Me na Salone I care about. But I wonder to me they say now for less Salone go before. We get for even talk about new party them. I be there SBP. I go stand for honor. Would they take symbol give somebody when a parliament chief? Then they give him back the symbol for be parliamentarian. After they accommodate, I go independent. And now, if you follow your Facebook page, you will know say I'm very liberal. I'm very different. But the problem na Salone, let me tell you no done. The problem you don't see you, I know they say, oh man, we know they want to talk to even to your party member them. And if one less Salone go before, we go for common inside with tribe, we go for common inside with party them, we go for common inside with color, and share waiting at the team. Yes, somebody will talk about Maada this or not respond. I say, well, let's say they put a vice president illegal and not true. But none of you not be talk, pastor of who they talk about. Me anything SAP do about at the talk, if you follow me page right now on Facebook, you see. So now this meeting, if you are not talking to them because they call and we get for community totally for case Salone.
Thank you. God bless you. We take the last call and come back to Ibrahim Suri. Hello, caller. Your name and who you they call me from. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, concerned citizen, bro.
Go ahead.
This waiting matter where they do so. So the first thing this where they pay to put this country to one party state, APC can then take her back the way she said. So what do we they against now that concept where they say APC and SLPP are the same? We know say to some extent we got element and APC presently where they among the APC party. But I assure you say by the time 2026, when they defend the flag bearer, the next flag bearer is going to be completely rugged. If they give Maada what he wants, if they give pauper SLPP what he then wants in that country, if they say no more pass and then they go third term, it will not be. Let Salone man they left for talk show. APC not a woman and they. Now elements and they Samura Kamara is one of the elements. We'll remove all those guys. You understand? We'll remove them. We'll remove all those jetty guys that will go there for go party party. We'll put somebody where be say where Maada Bio say in the if he must line. Tell the region Maada Bio they must line. Right. Who said they must line?
All right.
The country if you want to let them put fire.
Thank you. God bless
so
you.
So that's another way they tell me.
Thank
let
you.
Let them have this talk. APC no do it. APC day.
Thank
brother.
You. God bless you. All right, family members, them now we stop the phone calls them and come back to Ibrahim Suri for making a response to some of our concern them quick one and round up the show. Over to you, Ibrahim Suri. Now these people don't call and say, waiting how you respond to some of them concerns them.
Yeah, thank you. First, I start with somebody we talk about Umo Fofana. Well, firstly, I know understand waiting at the specific terms and references and policies of the BBC. Because I believe the BBC independent radio and TV stations we for operate independently. So if yes, of course, not to say Umo Fofana don't take government job. Not to they don't make him chairman of I don't know a digital waiting committee na the ACC. And I to say in web the na ACC and I to say don't take government job under the ACC. But I believe say BBC is independent or what? Maybe here BBC don't part ways because I believe say you cannot take a government job.
So I think waiting me going for say with that. The last time we I check, Umar will not be a permanent reporter again. I be freelancer. We mean say if you get story, now then the Salone people need to understand. Freelancer, if you get story where you want for pitch, now you pitch them to BBC. If BBC gets interest to that day, then they buy them now you earn. I sell the story, then pay you and then you go your way.
Reports, okay.
Yeah. So that is why if you see this BNTM, Umaru they report for Al Jazeera, they report for this different waiting because it may not go under what they refer to as freelancer, not to be staff reporter for BBC. That the last thing we mean. I don't know no more now if we don't go back as staff. So we mean say you get right for take any other job where you want for take, you get right for give report when and now you want for give. Except if BBC gets a specific assignment where they don't look, they don't see person, and say, okay, Umaru, we get this story where you want to follow up for we. And then Umaru can go and do them and send them to them, then pay them off a door. That is why you see most times you can see BBC they send people then from different parts for come inside Salone. Although Umaru self, if they need them, they can send and go. So now that's our people they understand on that area.
Well, again, we also note that in freelancing in general journalistic terms, but you get what in call contract development in media. So I believe say like contract staff. So in a contract staff, you get terms and references also. Like they can tell you say you get 6 months contract to be within the 6 months you get waiting for buy. You get 1 year, I will give 1 year contract, we give 2 year contract. So then as I see them now, I've been seeing like contract staff. But one thing I can know is to me is
I still
is
want
a very
to say
professional.
into contract staff anymore. It's totally different. It's totally different because, for example, and we been get contract where we deal with the media action, like contract staff. So like we get people them when journalists them from different parts of the country where we work with. We can just call them and say we get this thing we want to follow up on, and then we get the tariff, and then we pay them off. That is it. Then whatever they go and do not to win business down there after we reporting, and not get any business for do it time.
Well, I take them for Biso, but okay, I take them for Biso. In other sense, what we know is a professional, of course. Asabi Umo Fofana for a very long time, and so people can say what you have to say about them, but it doesn't.
Sorry, I don't want for like make as if na me sabi because waiting our people they know again. You know, BBC, any media house they jealous. Yeah, if you work for BBC, you not go work for Al Jazeera at the same time as staff. It's not possible. You go only work for Al Jazeera, work for BBC, work for VOA at the same time if you're a freelancer. That is to say, you get your story, you do them, you sell and give them, and then do with you. Nothing again, they don't get to do.
One thing I want to let the person know that Umo Fofana are professionals.
Yes.
And Umo Fofana not compromise integrity. That's I can tell anybody. So if you take job, now Salone government, maybe get reason why, or if you say na time for let himself contribute towards the development of Salone. That I can tell the other person. Then another person talk about how we get rid of bad politicians. But firstly, ACC gets a role to play about getting bad politicians. Corrupt officials, we don't commit a crime of corruption, must not be ordered to repay what they don't take. They must be prosecuted, and if they are found guilty, that is the beginning to get rid of bad politicians, because when you are found guilty, you are no more eligible for public office. And this the way the ACC can do, I can always talk. When ACC can always talk, say, we go sit down around table, we dialogue, what you don't take, bring and come back. It is not a step to eradicate corruption or to fight corruption. It is a step to encourage corruption and entrench corruption. Because in law, there's what they call ADR. Of course, unfortunately, it's a big law, of course. So alternative dispute resolution cannot work in that way. You know, to do something, you entrench in any kind of way, which is very bad. You know, let the person go to court, let the court go for waiting, let them find them guilty, then they don't get a tag, say, you're not eligible for all public office. That could be the beginning step for get rid of bad politicians. Then, somebody talk about waiting me say we don't do for fight against situations. Of course, you go follow the leader of democracy advocate, or you follow me, you tell you say I don't do a series of press conferences for fight issues. I don't engage on TV and radio discussion, both international and local, for talk about the bad things the way they happen in Salone. So Ibrahim Soidumbe are not a household name, of course. So if you follow me, you see say I don't do extremely well. I don't fight, I don't face any intimidation in that country. I don't a lot I don't face it. Don't get
And again, I
encounter.
just want to add to that. Now the reason that one day, based on what we see, you they do. Now the reason that one day we make, we invite you into the program today. You know, because on thinking day, most people they know they watch other television, not they watch other program, not they listen to other waiting. So some people can then at the scene, but they not care about them. So we can bring them come and they let them. That's why most time they ask who someone have been there. Not all the cross they not been there, then they, but just that now you see them.
Of course, I can always appreciate before they see the things someone like do. Then somebody talk about we not the vote again because I 10 years. No. I mean the idea of we not the vote again, not the help with democracy. Salone will get them. When there's election, registered, try to go vote and make the changes where you want. And one for the other person that they talk about. Let people know this now that even during the era of Anes by Kuroma, I stand on critical situations of Usai. I was even classified that I am SN. When Anes Koma sat with then San Sumana, me are one of the key posts in this week grant both national and international interviews, criticized the decision of removing an elected or lawful vice president. Me are one of the posts in where the hard scandals when we understand say there were people deemed for be a scapegoat. Me now one of the people we stand against that of people away them be want to protect for being prosecuted or investigated on the Hajj scandal. I stand on that day and up till now I feel say are very neutral. But again, for crown it all, let people understand. See, I don't respond to everybody, but for crown it all, people should understand this. The present state of democracy in Sierra Leone has been slaughtered. People need to know this. And under the President Bio ruled, democracy movement. The beginning of freedom of speech embezzlement was the very day when they arrested Salih Tujanjalo of an issue where he exposed the then Chief Minister, Professor David Francis.
Mm-hmm.
When he exposed him of a fact evidence-based case of $1.5 million. That was the beginning of USAI, then begin muzzled freedom of speech and then begin lock the space of media practice. Okay, and it moved forward of USAI again. We see the lock Salih Tujanjalo, the lock Abubakar Tamara Watford of Standard Times, the lock Ibrahim Kamara of we get Salone Compass, and David Johnson we get Voice of Salone. We under the order of the northern the resident minister when Abu Abu of an issue of suicide investigate. Then they all na extension and consistency of media which is we don't move down, we don't see many journalists in the world. So people like will not say waiting make a talk say democracy don't fall and don't be some slaughtered under the Maada. Now because of several reasons. One, the removal of parliamentarians in 2010, we are the opposition, without the due process and following the constitutional and statutory mandate of the Act of the ACC and the 1991 Constitution. Second, the removal of the Auditor General, which was unlawful just because of due diligence and independent practice of his job. They remove him just because it's centered around exposing the office of the presidency of giving out fake receipts of hotels and other things. The other thing, now the muzzle of the Freeton Mail, even Akisoya, when we see during the first term of President Bio, the only time, because I'm still with the conviction that this particular result is challenged. When President Bio been there in Tamdi, when we see that the mayor was not given the latitude to work. We see so many political intimidations. That's again an element of betrayal of democracy. Then we see the establishment of the partial COI of USAI, them actually go after opposition members. And in that, they fail for bringing in waiting up with the Musa Tarawali, waiting up with Dr. Sandi, waiting up with Akila, waiting up with Mojoy Kaikai. All those people worked under the APC. But up till now, we have not heard what the COI did against them. Musa Tawali, of course, was brought before the COI, but our own case end is another different board game on its own. But what make we not bring Attila? What make we not bring Dr. Sadi? What about the Mojo Kekai? Is it because of what? All this can make people become suspicious about regionalism. All this can make people become suspicious about partisan and home-bringing parties. Okay? Then let's talk about the random arrest of opposition members. We have seen where random arrest of opposition members them all happen throughout this tenure of this present government. We see inside an executive member go in exile when are calling us the vote just because of what happened, practicing or performing a role as spokesperson of a party. We see inside a whole secretary general, okay, was detained at the CID, of an opposition party. We've seen inside other members of the APC were detained. We see inside Sylvia Blyden was detained. We don't see other, many other political. We see even inside, even in Kemosi City and all, we see other people when they be detained. All of these, now, for people know, say democracy, because the issues pending, the factors that all establish the factors of the downfall of democracy, the issue, but that comes to the issues pending. Now, about the gross and disproportionate human rights violation will not happen. Up to now, we have not known about the August 10th, because that is a skewed report. Things we are missing and which we objected, and up to now they have not responded to us about them things they don't know we object about the loopholes of that report. We have not heard about an independent and even a specific report of the Tumbo issue, where people were killed, the McKinney issue, where people were killed, okay, the Lonsa issue, where people were killed, and even people were arrested at the Lonsa issues. Up to now, we have not known about their case in court. We're still waiting for it. Corruption, the entrenchment of corruption. We have seen elements of investigating high-profile government. Well, I will not say investigating. We have seen where a cosmetic, I will use the word cosmetic investigation into a clerk of parliament. Nothing came out. All came out was the president will take decision about time. And wherefore return the money we take. That is it not a corruption? We've seen Kapua. They say, okay, well, they're waiting up the problem. They bypass administrative issues, them irregularities, and if you don't bypass administration irregularity issues, is it not corruption? It's a crime to be prosecuted in courts, but it was transferred to where the IMC was never set aside whilst it was investigating. Okay, then again, let us come to the JICA issue. Then put up an investigation. We have not seen anything. The Professor Francis, journalist bring come element, he tell us say that this man don't know. You fail to investigate the issue. You rather go after the journalist. When I saw you
and other things then now we see don't begin manifesting self now, the David Francis issue. We see IPAM case come up with 4.5 million, we then put for IPAM campus. Then I will not say anything, and now we just don't understand say ACC don't launch an investigation into that. Anyway, before we wrap up the program, we could just want to ask you, what thing will be you what we go left with Salone people them as a way for conclude, because the issue in a Salone, but oh go no more boku.
Well, what thing will be me way for that? I want for awake institutions that are Salone for stand up to the reality and injustice and support democracy. And the Salone Bar associations, now since they still get a pending executive, and Sludge for always come in the fold, and unions of social activists, traders or whatever, drivers, unions or whatever. And also, I want for Telona thank you, as we had, for the good work we, I believe, Una don't do, because I follow now, and I see, and I want to apologize. It's too late now for coming into the program, but I can understand. But I want to tell you thank you, because now, to be honest with you now, waiting they support the democracy right now in Salone for make people understand waiting they go in an online TV they like now on a credible online TV, because domestic TVs they right now to some extent been muzzled, because Salone I don't they Star TV of side and can pull them the meter, because Star TV stands to be independent, they can pull the meter. So we don't see other TV stations them of side, because they dance to the tune of the government of the day. They are protected. So the only reliable media institutions that are online, and one of the reliable media institutions, I don't say one of, to me, una are the major. So I believe so. I keep the good work, and me go advice activists when you feel say your voice don't become silent in Sierra Leone. Try forget your voice be heard. Where you go give you platform or make you talk about things them way you know see, you get ideas about, you get evidence about, or you want to raise awareness on. Politicians come to the weird and explain issues there because I know say now Salone don't become muzzled. So I have to tell on a thank you and most times and always really good anytime we una need me. But Salone people stay off anything where they bring issues now because if you are fed for somebody, not ready for fed for you, just go silence because we the sufferness can you go suffer for yourself. Not only the person they go suffer for you. So let us practice peace. Let we become peaceful, let we become democratic, let we wait for the time where God will say, at this time he will help me. So the government, please allow them demonstration. Matter if they watch this program, because funny, somebody tell me, say, what are the monitor on our program? Man, on life, it's not call somebody inside. Tell me, say, they monitor on our program. So me, they send the message now. If you watch or you get to watch later, allow demonstration for let you know things the way they happen in the country, waiting people get for tell you. Not focus on waiting. You close people and will tell you saying this. Don't feel comfortable about that. Protest, demonstration is part of democracy. These are elements. Just allow that there. And also try to see how best you can handle the price control. Because price control is very significant now in Seattle, skyrocketing. Imagine you meet fuel at 6,000 and now we ban 28,000. Subsidies now one key thing where this government they frown at and now they kill them. Therefore subsidize. And it's not to say they get sense past everybody, but because it is subsidized, government they get money, they get profit for this fuel. Let's go you profit. The other side the way you get. Let's go you profit, let fuel come down to normalcy. If right now I can tell you the government they get past 10,000 euros profit. And they get past 14,000. Okay, let's go 10,000 or 12,000 or 14,000. Then you get it now 2,000 euro. If not, let's go all. So at least fear you can because fear is like a composite commodity. When you touch them, you don't touch every side. So for today, I want to say thank you to now. I want to tell the viewers them say I have been independent since day one. Me not even for talk, and I've been independent. So let people not get me wrong. I am not APC. I am not SF. I am the voice of the people. So I represent the people, and I believe that I don't see now throughout the program. So thank you once more for having me.
All right, thank you very much. And I want to make as a disclaimer say, and I just a guest, not a member of We we just invite them for the first time for can join we and they just speak to power. This morning we've been get, about Konima Carbon at the program this morning for your benefit. About say elect the program, but the only way robots not elect now way we they call or we can say just mad dog. Now the only thing that the way robot not like. So you want to ask a question, who that now robot? Robot na a civil society man. Robot na a person we I've been on the interview before. Robot na a person we contest for the SLPP Deputy Secretary General.
Okay.
So left and there. So
okay,
Robot,
I understand.
Wait I want to say. Robot, he can speak the issue. In as much as a contestant, but he can speak to the issue. But just that.
He can speak to the
issue.
The issue.
Mm-hmm. He can handle the issue, how he's supposed to handle it. Okay. But the only thing not like, now where you could say.
Johnny Mad Dog.
Julius Mad Dog.
Mad Man Bio.
Alright, thank you very much. We love you all so much. And thanks to all watch, all like, all share, and comment on the program. You know, subscribe it, please consider for subscribe. Ibrahim would let you now for go. Thank you very much and get yourself a good night. We can now say right and at 12 minutes after 1 o'clock. Because I see also right now. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Dumbuya.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, family members, them now. So we take with time for Lefuna as we been get Ibrahim Suri. We come and join we for talk about things them where they happen at the country. Well, not forget say tomorrow morning again you get for join we inside the mixed flavor program we na could rest. Until then, me na by Brekably from the north, the water with the sharpest cutlass. I'm out.
shall overcome. We shall overcome.